Hey guys, this is Ganesh Pujari and I'm starting a new playlist by name Personality Development. When we say personality development, there are a lot of aspects in personality and I'm starting with 10 techniques for successful interview. Now that is also very important because job is one of the important aspect of a person. So I thought I'll start with 10 important techniques for a successful interview. I worked in HR for last 15 years and I have done thousands of interview and I was sitting on the other side of the bench also most of the time as a candidate. So I have experience of both being a candidate and interviewer. So I thought I'll share my experience with you guys and I am bringing 10 important aspects. That's not the end of it. Yes, I will be taking individual sessions on each of them, but for now we'll take a glimpse of all those 10 important aspects. So get into next slide. What is very important in life? Money or time? It is time because money you can earn. Once you lose it, you can earn it again. But time, once you lose it, it's gone. So the first principle, the first technique for a successful interview is be in time. If your interview is scheduled at 10 o'clock, you need to be there at least by 9:45 so that you have 15 minutes buffer for you. If you are staying in cities like Bangalore, Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai and other traffic congestion area, you need to keep buffer time for road also. For example, from your home to that particular company or office or factory is 1 hour travel time. You need to keep 1.5 hour travel time for that day, 30 minutes buffer for the road and then additional 15 minutes for you to get settled at the company. Once you reach there, you may need to fill some formats or you may need to use the washroom, you may need to recheck your hairstyle, or if you are tired, you need to get refreshed, and if they by your chance offer a tea, that's your time for you to have a tea. And once you inform the receptionist, she will inform the respective department that you are there so that they are also aligning accordingly. So the first thing, you need to be in time and that gives a lot of perception about you to the HR department. So be in time. Second thing, be neat and clean. Nicely combed, cleanly shaved and tuck in shirt, and then don't wear jeans pant and t-shirt, and like if you're leaving all the mustaches and other stuffs, if you look dirty, you are almost losing the interview. So ensure that you are looking neat and clean. Whatever way you can present yourself the best, please represent yourself the best way possible. That's very important because that creates a lot of impression on you. The third aspect, or if you ask me, the heart of an interview is self-introduction. When a HR is asking you to give self-introduction, that is the biggest opportunity that one can give to you. Remember that when somebody asking you to give self-introduction, please don't start with the last company that you are working. It is not you. He is precisely asking you, who are you? If someone asks you who are you, don't say that I'm working for so and so company. Tell that a beautiful story, from where you are coming from, what is your full name, who are your family, parents, siblings, and your wife and kids, or your husband and kids, what are they doing, all in brisk move, and then tell about your education. If there are any highlights, tell it, and then come to work experience from the first company to the last company and create your questions. If you want any leading questions from there, you need to create those questions there only. What are the leading questions? I will explain in my future slide. But remember, self-introduction is the only part which you can write by heart and go for an interview. And this is the only biggest question that you can expect in an interview. So never miss an opportunity while introducing yourself. Take 5 minutes, show your language skill, show your communication skill, show your verbal and non-verbal communication skill. All of them you can present in 5 minutes and set up the interview nicely. So this is very important part of the interview. Remember that and grab it as much as possible. Fourth important aspect is, why do you need that job? Show enthusiasm throughout the interview and show eagerness and present that why do you need that job. Maybe that company is the best company to work with, or they have all benchmarking practices, or they might be giving a best opportunity of your career. Whatsoever, present it very clearly and tell them why do you need that job, and at least once in an interview that you should mention that I'm eagerly looking for this opportunity because this is going to be one of the best opportunity in my life and I want to make best use of it. Somewhere you mention it so that the person who is interviewing you will understand that you are really enthused about the job. That's very important. What are your preparation for the interview? That is very important. When you are going for an interview, please study about the company that you are going. Please go through their website. Please try understand their communication media, whatever is available in the social media or other stuff. And if you have any friends in that company, you can check with them. But ensure that you are asking right question with the right people and getting right information for the interview purpose. Now, the few basic things, like if you are going for an interview in accounts or business planning department, please understand the turnover. If you are going for a manufacturing setup, please understand their customers and competitors. If you are going for sales department, please try understand their competition and how is the market distributed. All the stuff you need to know, because somewhere or the other they will challenge you by checking whether you know anything of their company. If you are presenting it nicely, then the person who is interviewing will definitely feel good and he might give you some plus alpha score. So it's very important that you know about the company before entering to the interview cabin. The next important aspect is not listening, it's active listening. Please keep your eyes, ears wide open. Please watch out all the interview panel and try listen your best to understand what are their question and what should be your answer. You miss something and you are gone. Like there might be 2-3 people try confuse you with different question. Please take questions one by one, and sometimes if 2 people are asking question at the same time, please say that I am parking your question for next and answer somebody's question and then move on to that question. You need to be very active in the entire process. You need to ensure that the entire panel is controlling you but not you controlling them. That's very precisely you should understand, and then you have to pitch in yourself to that scenario and give your best out of the slot that is available for you. That's very important. So for that you need to keep your ears wide open and listen to everything that happens in that cabin and control things according to that. This is a magical technique. If you can create leading questions to the interviewer, you can manage the entire interview as per your will and wish. Now, how is that done? For example, while explaining your experience, when you are introducing yourself, you can say, I have worked for company A, B, and C. And if you ask me, company B was the most challenging company in my entire career. That is how you are creating question for yourself. Now, when you are saying, if you ask me, the interviewer will start thinking that he will definitely ask you, because you are stressing that word so much, and then you are saying one more word saying that that was the most challenging career of my entire life. Now he will ask you that what happened in this company or why is that so challenging. That's how you have to create question for yourself and make interviewer to ask the questions that you want to answer. That is very important. And once you gain this technique, you can control any interview and you can pass the interviews like 80% you can make as per your wish. But there are few interviewers will come with precise questions. Maybe you cannot manipulate them, but otherwise it is kind of manipulating the interviewer according to your will and wish. If you learn it, you are almost done it. The next important aspect is body language. Sit comfortably in the interview. Have right gesture and posture. If you get an opportunity to shake hand, give comfortable shake hand. Keep eye contact with all the members of the panel and use your hands very wisely. And your verbal communication, try to keep the language as simple as possible, as stylish as possible. And non-verbal communication like the eye contact and other stuff, you need to be very careful. And this is a place where they will try assess your body language, and you need to be cautious on that also. But don't think too much on that so that you lose the questions. So your first focus should be on the listening part, and then look at them and have comfortable chat as much as possible. The next important thing that you should always keep in your mind, that you should never reveal confidential information of your current company or the previous company. That's ethical, as well as the interviewer may be trying to check how much you are keeping confidential information. If you're leaking your current company or previous company confidential information, he will think that you might leak their confidential information also for the future interviews. So never ever reveal confidential information of your company. That's very important. And if they're asking any question, you should always say, sir, I cannot give the right figure on this question because this is a confidential information. That's how you have to present yourself. You have to ask excuse, and that will give +1 mark to you. The next important thing, you will definitely get a question that why are you looking for a change? Never ever say that I'm not happy with my current boss or current company or current colleagues, because the moment you say it, the person will start thinking that you are saying this to someone today, you might say this to him tomorrow. That's how human brain works. So never try to comment anybody negatively on your current company or previous company, any colleagues or the company itself. That gives some minus marks for you. That's what my experience says. And with that, I'm concluding. When I'm saying I'm concluding, I don't think this is a conclusion. There are many more aspects which are coming into my mind, like time management, stress management, body language, verbal communication, non-verbal communication, communication skill. I think I'm going to come with many videos. Until then, if you're attending any further interviews, all the very best. And with that, I'm concluding. Thank you so much. Please subscribe my channel, like, share, and comment my videos. All the very best to you.